In fact, going back to the Faridabad terror plot story, this is an exclusive detail that CNN News 18 has learnt of as a lady doctor is now in the dock of the police investigation. The assault weapon also has been recovered from the vehicle of a lady doctor, and the lady doctor is now in Jammu and Kashmir, we are told, and is being interrogated by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The woman is said to be known to the accused Muzamil, and according to the sources, the explosives had reached Muzamil approximately 15 days back, and Muzamil Shakil was picked up 10 days ago and is now in the custody of Jammu and Kashmir police. Important details that are trickling in. My colleague Anshul with all these details. Anshul, more details about this lady doctor who is now in custody.
This lady doctor is an employee of the same college in which the accused Muzamil was also teaching. Remember, he was deputed over there as a senior doctor, and this lady doctor was also accompanying him in the same hospital is what we are being told. Once the arrest of Muzamil happened, in the interrogation, he revealed that there is a Swift vehicle whose number was shared by Muzamil, the HR55 Swift number that was shared with him. And once the police reached to the vehicle, they found that the assault rifle was in fact recovered from the vehicle itself. Now, remember, this assault rifle is also very, very important to note because such rifles are generally used by terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir itself, and it is for the first time that such a rifle has been recovered in Faridabad. This rifle, if we compare it with AK-47, this is slightly smaller than that. The nozzle is a bit smaller, and hence it has more mobility, and that is the reason why it is now being used by several such people who want to create some sort of issues in our country. Now, this is for the first time that such a weapon has been recovered from Delhi NCR region. Apart from this, this woman whose vehicle was this Swift vehicle has now been taken to Jammu and Kashmir, where she is currently deposing in front of the J&K Police regarding her involvement in this entire nexus. Even at this point, as we are speaking, the Faridabad police is carrying out raids at several locations across Faridabad because there are more people whose name has come to the fore. A local imam from the village where the recovery has happened has also been taken into custody by the Faridabad police, and further questioning is underway. At this point, he has not been arrested, but yes, questioning is being done to figure out how is he also involved in this entire nexus. So this was a massive nexus that was operating out here in Faridabad, starting from Jammu and Kashmir to all the way to Faridabad and Saharanpur as well. So definitely more layers of this entire investigation will come to the fore. But at this point in time, there are small details that we are being able to pick up by the way of sources within the investigating agencies, and they have confirmed this to us that this assault, the recovery of this assault rifle, definitely points out that this entire cache could have come in from Jammu and Kashmir itself, as it cannot be locally sourced from over here. 360 kgs of ammonium nitrate has also been recovered. From where did that come? That is something that the Faridabad police is investigating at this point. Remember, this entire cache had reached him approximately 15 days ago, and Muzamil was arrested 10 days ago. In fact, the police believes that it was their good luck that they were able to initially identify Muzamil and then also get hands on the material that he had with him before they could go ahead and create any sort of issues for the police. But definitely a big wake-up call.
Right, absolutely.
For
Anshul, from the initial set of interrogation, and you were talking about 4 arrests that have now been made, including this this Maulana who's also been arrested from this village in Faridabad. Anything that's trickling in, emerging, the initial details, what exactly was their modus operandi? What were they planning on doing?
Well, yes, the digital devices that have been recovered specifically from Muzamil, in those digital devices, there are indications that that his handler that this was a large nexus in which Muzamil was just a small player, and he was in fact tasked with just making sure that all these equipments or all these contraband that is being that has been entering into the NCR region, that is kept safely, and that is the reason why a specific room was rented out just to keep out this material. In fact, Muzamil himself was staying inside the hostel of the college that he was studying in itself, but this specific room was so that all these steel could be kept in. It was expected that some more supplies could the accused from out here in Faridabad itself, which clearly indicates that this room specifically was being used at the logistics.
Right, seem to have lost that link with Anshul. He is traveling at the moment. We will try and re-establish that connection, but important details that Anshul is bringing for our viewers. There's a lady doctor who's been apprehended by the Jammu and Kashmir Police, and this is after details trickled in from that interrogation of Muzamil, who was also taken into custody after the SIT operation 10 days back. The SIT close on the heels of Muzamil Shakil, who was nabbed from Faridabad, and after his inputs, this lady doctor has also been taken into custody. There is another Maulana that Anshul speaks of, who's also now in custody for interrogation. There are questions that are being asked of him and of his possible involvement in this terror plot, we are told. My colleague Anshul's back with us on the broadcast. Anshul, we were speaking about the kind of details that have emerged initially as far as this plot is concerned. Considering all of this is happening after the deadly Pahalgam terror attack, this is a big victory and a timely one for the investigating and security agencies.
Definitely, because the links have clearly come out with Jaish-e-Mohammed, and that is something that has been established by the police in their investigation that has been done till now. Off record, it has been confirmed to us that Jaish-e-Mohammed links are clearly present over here. The local imam who has been taken into custody at this point in time, he is also being interrogated by the police. It remains to be seen if at all any sort of indoctrination was also going on in that entire area. That is something that is also being looked into, because there could be other young kids who were either being educated by them, either by the said imam or by the senior doctor Muzamil, as well, to somewhere or the other get involved. Remember, after Operation Sindhu, the chief of Jaish-e-Mohammed had said that he will not sit quiet, and he will make sure that he will try to go ahead and carry out attacks inside India, and this could be one of the nexuses that could have been in play over here, because we have seen the manner in which these arrests have been made, and interestingly, these people are doctors, highly educated professionals who have now been taken into custody. So how did they get indoctrinated? How did they get involved in this entire nexus? That is something that is still being looked into. But one thing is for sure, that there are other people, there are other members of this nexus who are still at large, who are still to be identified, and that is the reason why the exact details of the logistical supply chain that must have been put in place to get these weapons or equipments all the way from Jammu and Kashmir, probably from across the border, all the way over here to the national capital. That is something that has still not been shared. So it remains to be seen how quickly can the Jammu Kashmir police can actually get out with the details of this entire nexus that was brewing out here across North India now. So definitely there are larger layers that needs to be investigated, but definitely the manner in which this has happened has definitely raised a lot of eyebrows on the security situation, specifically out here in Faridabad.
Right, a big terror plot has been busted from Faridabad. That's a big development that we are tracking here on CNN News 18. We'll keep an eye on the story, but right now we go into a very short break.